precise distances between here.
Oh, so you're gonna, I see, so you're gonna have a rod.
We actually have a ball screw.
Oh, wow. Uh-huh.
We have a ball screw
Yep.
and a handle. And we just...
Well, that's Acme, that's,
Acme thread, yep.
uh-huh. Uh-huh, so now by turning it...
So now by turning this, and we get anchored in our pocket there.
You get precise motion.
There. Now,
Uh-huh.
when you figure the distance from center to center that you want, you notice there's a mark about every eighth of a... There's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 8 marks on the table.
Mm-hmm.
So that divides it up symmetrically. So you figure out this distance and how many turns per revolution to get that distance. That's how many times you turn this. So every eighth of a turn, let's say you wanted to go, let's say you wanted to double that. So you'd want to turn this 16 times every revolution. You'd come down here and you'd make another mark, and you'd have 16 marks on the table. And every time one of those marks hit here, you turn it once.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then you turn it, then when the next one comes, you turn it again. And the next mark comes, you do another turn and another turn.
Yeah.
So you just figure out how many turns per revolution you want. You make that many marks on the table.
Yep.
And that gives you your distance here.
Yep.
Now you can also wind coils like this, but with them tight together.
Yep.
Well, then you don't need this ball screw. This just follows it up. So you start at the bottom and work your way up, and this will just follow it naturally because of the frictional and torsional forces. And that's what on his wood-fired dune buggy, we have about 3 feet of half-inch tubing wound.
Mm-hmm.
And it's tight coils, one right on top of the other.
This is 3/8 right here?
Quarter. This is
That's
quarter.
a quarter.
Inch. Yep.
Schedule 40?
Yep.
Black pipe?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And what we did is we're copying this O-felt boiler over here.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But we're doing it on a much smaller scale.
Uh-huh.
There are 3 people that have come and wound. We have wound 30 sets. There's a right and a left, because you have to have this is a right. You'd have to have a left to fit inside here.
So you can start the coil winder in either direction?
Yep.
Do you actually spin the motor in a different way, or do you just...
a 3-way hydraulic valve, and the table will turn clockwise or counterclockwise.
I see.
And then you just turn this upside down or right side up, depending on which way you want to wind.
Uh-huh. Okay. So this would be this handle to this side or handle to this side?
Handle to that side.
Uh-huh. Yeah, excellent. So you've got precision, is this just regular Acme?
Yep, they're just Acme. It's a ball screw and nut. They're Acme threads.
Okay, so measurements are, so the Acme is about, what, 31 inches or 31 inches or so?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So you've got this little plate with a little tube.
Right. Just a socket for the tube to rest in.
And the Acme, it's 3/4?
Yeah, looks like 3/4 shaft.
3/4 shaft, and once again here, you've got...
It's just another hollow piece of tubing.
Yep.
Welded to that plate.
Uh-huh. And this is, here it's, you got like
Oh, actually, that's a steel bushing that we cut out. That we welded to it.
by about 6. Why is this extending this way so much?
In case it gets jammed in here, you have something that you can hit with a hammer or knock it out.
Uh-huh.
And you could have used, I mean, you could have used 1/4 inch plate on this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this was something that I put this together in about 2 hours because the guy phoned Tom and said, "I'm on my way to wind these coils." Well, we hadn't made this setup yet.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So we had to hurry up and put something together.
Yeah.
So this is what we came up with.
Okay. See, let's get a measurement on the handle here. So the handle is a little square, about 10 3/8. Little piece of square tube. And this handle rolls. Handle's got what, a 3/8. It's like 4.5. And there's a 3/8
Yep, 3/8
bolt. And how do you hold it on top?
And just cut the head off, or I turned the head down and laid. Here, let's get this out of here and you can get a better look at it. Just turn the head down and lathe. And this is actually a thicker.
Oh yeah, so you turn
Yeah, it's
down
thicker
the...
here. So I bored this out so that it's a little bit bigger hole than that. And then
Yeah.
and then turn the head down, the head of the bolt down to fit inside there.
Yeah. Okay. Little handle. Okay.
So, and it's all just simple. All these welds were done with the wire welder.
Why is this? What's this
just
doing?
a strengthening gusset.
But it's not welded to
Nope,
here.
it's not welded to the ball screw.
Mm-hmm. Strengthening for what? For this?
Just for the handle, so the handle doesn't bend down.
Oh, okay. So it's just physically touching against that.
Yeah, it's just touching against that.
Okay. Okay, that sounds good. And then the handle here. Does this have to be strong, or does this handle?
It should be.
Because
I heated this with a torch and then just bent that. Because if you have it straight out, you got your tubing straight out here too, you're going to end up scraping your knuckles. So that's why it's at an angle.
So you don't hold this fixed, you just hold it by hand?
You hold this by hand.
Why don't you just lock it down?
Well, because as your coil gets bigger, this turns out.
Oh, yes.
So you can't lock it in place.
Okay. Yeah, so that's, what is that, like a 1 inch or 3/4 inch? 3/4, 7/8. It's more like 7/8 solid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something that we had on the shelf.
By like 17, about 20 inches long. Okay, yeah. And what is this last piece here? What is this last station here?
That was what was part of the original construction.
Uh-huh.
And that was made to hold, let's see if I can find it. Well, that's been tucked away somewhere.